Hey everyone, it's Patty from pspapercrafts. Thanks for joining me today. It is Friday, December 20th, a few more days till Christmas and Hanukkah. If you celebrate, I hope you enjoy them. Today we're going to make a card using the Bargello technique. Now I never heard of this, and then Joanne Hewins, who's in the same we have the same upline, so we have a Facebook group and we share all kinds of projects. And she shared it, and I thought, oh, I never heard of that. It's Bargello. It's a quilting technique. And, you know, sometimes our pattern papers look like quilts. And then I did some research and I saw Lydia from Split Coast Stampers. She made some and they're just beautiful. So I kind of watched Lydia and Joanne's videos, and I'm doing mine a little bit different. And they're all different because you use different papers. So anyway, this is the card. I use 3 different patterns of paper here, and then when you open it up, I had a little scrap left, so I put there. So for this card, I use the lavender paper, which I love. This is in the annual catalog, so this has been around for a while, perennial lavender. And then I use the unbounded love stamp set for happy birthday, and then there's the coordinating dies, so that's where I got that. And then I added just a purple shimmer gem. So that's why I made this card. Of course, I will use different products. The one thing that Lydia mentioned was if you're doing a pattern like this, Joanne's pattern was a little bit different, so I don't know that it mattered as much, but you want to have a dark color in it. And I almost think these two, they almost look like they go together, so you're not getting that different look here. So I probably should have used a different here, but you want the dark color to kind of pop out. So just keep that in mind. So I am using some brand new products that I pre-ordered. We have a new mini catalog coming up in January 7th with Celebration. During Celebration, you can, let me get you a sneak peek of it. I forgot I could show you the outside of the catalogs. I can't show you inside, but January through April, we have our kind of spring mini catalog. And then during, for January and February, we have Celebration. So during this time, during Celebration, they upped it a little bit. You used to pay $50 or $100. Now it's $60 or $120. So when you purchase $60 in product, can be anything, can be from the annual, online exclusive, mini, clearance rack, or wherever you want to purchase. If you spend $60 or $120, you can choose the free product from the Celebration catalog. Now, I did mail these out to customers who have purchased with me, so you should be getting them in the next few days. If you didn't and you want one, just email me, patty@pspapercrafts.com, and I will get this out to you. So anyway, I'm using some new online exclusive products, and they're doing more and more of these, and you know, it's a little bit more difficult because you don't have access to them in a catalog, but you can always shop online. I like to look online because when I see it online, I can see, I don't know, I can search for colors, I can search for online exclusive, I can search for different things. And let me get the sun out of here. So I find it easier, but I know we all love our catalogs. That's better. We all love our catalogs to, you know, really look at the pictures. So if you want online exclusives, you have to look online. If you need any help with that, let me know. So I am starting out with a paper. So I looked for a paper that had a dark. So I chose the black in this. So this is called Mixed Media Florals, and it comes in a suite, and I'll show you all the products if you want to buy the whole suite. So we're using this pattern, and then this beautiful orange and yellow, and then this one. But let me show you the other papers in this. I thought this was great. You can cut it up and get some good cards. And then it has this blotchy kind of blue. It looks like a sky to me. I'll probably use that for sky. And this is a fun pattern, a little bit different, and the green. And some of these are good for die cutting flowers. So isn't this pretty? I like that. So you get 2 of each pattern. So we're using this one We're using this one, and we're using this one today. So those are the papers that come in the suite, and there are two stamp sets, or two bundles, I should say. We'll use one. So there's the mixed label dies, and there's the mixed label. So we are going to use the big die and Your Kindness Made My Day. And then there's an embossing folder. It's a plaster painting embossing folder. So I guess that's some of the patterns that are in here. And then there's the mixed florals. Now I haven't used any of these, so you have to let me play with them, and then I'll tell you more as time goes by. But this one has two sets of dies, I believe. Yes, I have them in wrong. So I don't know if they die cut the any of the florals in the paper. They've been doing more and more of that. But I think this probably cuts out this, and this probably cuts out this. And then you've got the greenery. So I will be playing with these more. This is right up my alley. I love florals. And then there's these, they're calling them low profile dots. So they are kind of low. I like the idea. So when you're sending it in the mail, you don't have to worry about it being too bumpy. And sometimes you can do an inside layer with dots if they're kind of flat. So let's get started. I have these pieces, and I've already cut them into the strips. So I've got a whole pile of stuff here. Let's get this out here. So I'm using a black card base, a white inside, and then a white background mat, I think. This is my label. And then I cut, these are 6 by 1/2, and I think I did 6 of each, which I think might be more than enough. So we've got 6 of these, 6 of these. They're all 6 by 1/2, and then 6 of these. And I'm hoping this will work out good. You don't know until you do it. Then I have a piece of the adhesive sheet, and these are 6 by 12, and I only want a 6 by 6. So I'm going to cut that in half, and I just wanted to show you the whole process here. So we're going to cut this in half. That's 6 inches, and you can cut it down a little bit more if you want to be sure that you don't have to do the glue if you don't have it laid down right. Then I have a piece, and you'll see what I'm talking about. I have a piece of just copy paper. You can use old cardstock, you can use old pattern paper, or just copy paper. And we're going to use this to stick all these strips down. And the first thing I want to do, so this is double-sided adhesive. It's just a little bit easier than using the liquid glue. And I'm going to just try to pull up the top of this. Oops. Oh, so this is old. So I think I need to get a refresh. I have a hard time. I like to take the other side off, but I think it's been moved from Florida to Pennsylvania. It's probably been in heat, in the sun. So, but it works. So this, the one side has the panels that you can pull off. I was trying to pull it from the other side. We're just going to line this up right over this piece of copy paper. And one more. And this is where I was saying, if you want to make your sticky a little bit shorter so you don't have anything hanging over, because it may not be perfect, but I think it's good enough. And then I'm going to take the other side of my other side of this off, so the other release paper. And let me just get the corner out here. These are the parts that are sometimes hard to get started. Once you get it started, you're good. Yes. So this is where I think it's stuck on mine too much. I've seen other people use it and they're not having the problem I had. But mine, it seems like it's kind of stuck to the one side. So you don't have to take it all off at first. I'm going to, and I'm going to just be very careful with how I do this. But you can do a couple of sheets at a time. Let me get rid of these. And then the last one. Okay, so now I'm gonna throw this in the garbage. See, now I'm a sticky mess here. So let's put everything away so I don't make a mess here. So now I'm going to lay these strips, and I'm going to start and just make a pattern. And I'm just going to go right up to the edge. And it's okay if it's hangs over or if it's too short. We're going to trim it down. It doesn't have to be perfect. And I'm going to follow this pattern all the way down. And I want to get it right up against the one next to it. Okay? And we're just going to repeat this pattern. Repeat, rinse, and repeat. And the pattern is really going to get cut up again. So don't worry about the direction of the pattern. It really doesn't matter when you cut it. So I'm doing the black, the orange, and then this kind of green floral. And we'll just keep going with it. Okay, so I do have a couple of extra pieces, so I can make another card with this. So I use 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2. So I use 4 of each, and you can make these different widths to get a different look. But this is kind of your basic thing, and I think it would be really fun to play around with it and get different looks. So I'm going to just trim it down a little bit just to make sure I don't have any overhang here on this side, and then also on this side, just to make it nice and clean. Because we're going to have this is bigger than what we need. All right, this way it's nice and even. And then we're going to cut. Now on this one I cut they were 1/2 by 3/4. I'm going to do this at 1/2 again. So Joanne did 3/4 and Lydia did 1/2. So I'm going to try 1/2, and now you'll see how it's going to come together. Pretty cool. 1/2. I think we could probably borrow a lot of ideas from quilters. I don't know if any of you are quilters, but you might have some other ideas for this kind of look or for other looks. I tried to quilt a couple of times, but it took too long. I need instant gratification. Not instant, but it was, I loved I tried it once. I had somebody teaching me the piecing by hand, and I enjoyed that. And then I took a class with using a sewing machine to piece them. But after a while, I didn't finish it. I'm one of those people that doesn't always finish her projects. All right, so now we have all these beautiful strips. Aren't they pretty? I'm going to put that away for a few minutes. And now what we want to do is put this on our white. Actually, this is, I'm going to have show around it. So I have another piece of, here it is, of white. This is 4 by 5 1/4, I believe. And we're going to trim it down. Yeah, 4 by 5 1/4. So what I'm going to do is put these, maybe I'll put it this way. I'm trying to get my my pattern here, and they're going to go up and down. So you can, this is where you can play. You can do this. To get like different looks. So you see the black, it's going like this. Maybe this is too, I'm going to start it up here. I think this is too long. So this is where you want to make sure it's that's going to fit on the paper. So let's see how this looks. What do you think of that? Oops. Let's go this way. And I'm thinking I can cut it down enough to cover this little white area. That's kind of pretty, isn't it? Or you can do it where you're how did this work? Where you go like this. This is how I did this other one. And then I went down, and then I went up. So see, I'm just shifting this down and up. I'm focusing on the black here. Or you can go down and up, down. So I'm taking the black down, and then I'm bringing the black back up. Where are we? So that's this look. So I think they're all pretty and they're all different. This looks very quilty to me. I think I'm going to do this look. So what we're going to do, and so play with it, and you can make this bigger so that you're not hanging off so much. But let's get our, let's cut this down. I wasn't sure what size I would use. So let's cut this down to 4 by 5 1/4. 4 by 5 1/4. But isn't this really cool? I am so amazed by it. And I'm just gonna rub this down, see if it works better for me with my bone folder. And so this one is a piece of copy paper again. And let's see if we can pull this off and lay it right here. And it may not be perfect, and that's okay. If you follow me, nothing is perfect, so it's sticky enough. I think this is just easier than using like liquid glue or another kind of glue. Let me start down here. There's a little bit of overlap up there. And this I'm going to put right in the garbage. There's a little sticky around the edges, so I keep getting sticky on my fingers here. And I like the black with the pop of orange. Isn't it pretty? So just have fun with it. It's not hard once you understand how it works, right? So I'm going to get my first one, and I'm going to start with the black here, because I like the black pattern. Or maybe I should start with the orange. That will give me a little above the top. That might make more sense. And I think just getting this first one down right along the edge here. Okay, so what are we doing? I'm going to come down here with the black. I kind of like this diamond look, where it looks like they're going across. Is that right? See where it's going this way, and then I'm going to come back up. Okay. And then and you want to try to get it like really against this. So I'm going down and up. So now I want to go down again. So I'm focusing on the black. So I'm looking here on this black for my pattern, but you can really make this any pattern you want. And then, so we did, oh, this is different. I came up, oh yeah, down, up, down. I probably should have done 3. Well, it's gonna be this funny look here. So down, up, down. Oh, I did it right. I feel like I needed that last piece. All right. I'm talking to myself here. And then we're going back up again. All right. So now we have it. Now we can cut off this and this, and then we have our thing. And I have these. I'll put one probably across the bottom or something. So let me get my trimmer out. And let's see. I'm going to just cut this so this is off, and then we'll measure it and see what size we're going to use. Probably 5 by 3 1/4, 3 3/4. So now I'm going to measure this. Ooh, it just fits. 5. All these pieces come off. And then we'll do this as 4. So we're going to go to 3 3/4, which is our typical layer. Now you can cut this so it's in half, or what I'm going to do is I'm going to do 3 7/8, and then I'm going to flip it around so both sides are kind of, you know, have a half. So then I'll do, so I did 3 7/8, and I'll do 3 3/4. And I'm really like playing as I go here, because this is a little bit different than the last one I made. All right, so I think we're done with this. We've got all these pieces. Isn't that beautiful? And then I thought we could put this on here, and then put that on a black mat to really pull that black out. Can you see it okay? Let me just get my, sometimes black on black. Isn't that pretty? Oh, I love this one. Down and up, down and up. All right, it worked out. And then I have an inside, and I have this beautiful label. So let me stamp the sentiment, and I'm going to do that in the black, just to make it kind of a classy card. And this is the first time I'm using this, so let me just test it out. Okay. First time I'm stamping this stamp. Your kindness made my day. That's the inside. I'm seeing a glare on it. I thought it was bent. Now we could put a ribbon here, but I think I don't want to take away from this prettiness. So let's put this down. I use my liquid glue. Oh, these pieces are hanging over. I'm going to leave it. I'm going to put glue here. I didn't even realize that. So I guess I should have made this copy paper bigger. So that's what I would say. Make it bigger, so you have plenty of room. And then you can trim it down. All right, and then we'll put this down. Just like this. Okay, and let's put this down with our dimensionals, which I thought I had right here. So let's get some dimensionals here. I'm going to put 4 on. Okay, we'll just take the backings off. And I hope you try this. If I hadn't seen Joanne, I would have never heard of it, but I'm not sure I would have thought I could do it. I don't know. Where do we put it? I'm going to put it here. Your kindness made my day. And I'm not going to put an inside sentiment on. Let's see if we can put one of these strips on. What do you think of that? I think that'll look good. So let's just cut this down to 4. Probably won't keep that, but the other strips I might continue with this because I've got these strips left over. I might make another one of these cards and see if it'll work with that. If I could do it the same way, I don't know. We'll see. And we'll just put some glue on this. Now, if you want to put a sentiment on, put your sentiment on before you glue this down and before you glue it into your card. So if you have a little issue with your stamp, you can just flip the paper over. Now, what I've been doing, you know me, I always use my liquid glue, but while I was making Christmas cards, I started using the I'm thinking of, it's snail, but it's not snail. What is it? It's Stamp and Seal Plus, and this is the very strong one. And I've decided to use that on my inside layers because I always feel like I see a little bit of glue. I did try with just putting a dot, but somehow I could see the glue through the white. I don't know. It's been bothering me lately. And then I'm going to try one of these. I don't know that the petal pink, so this is petal pink and gold. I don't know about the petal pink in this because I feel like it's more orange and yellow and black. But I am going to put a gold. Let's see. Let's put a gold down here with a little one. And then another little one up here. Isn't that so pretty? So, which do you like better? I'm loving this with the black and the orange. I think the colors are just so pretty. And your kindness made my day. Happy birthday. So this card was made based on my inspiration calendar. So every month I come out with an inspiration calendar. Thank you all of you who subscribe to my email list to get this. So that's how you get it. I send it each month, and then each week I do a video on my Friday card. It's usually a fun fold. I always do on Thursdays a color combo. You can see that at my blog. And Saturdays, usually Wednesdays and Saturdays, I'm on the Split Coast Stampers sketch team. So every Wednesday I post a sketch that they post, and then on Saturdays I usually make a sketch from the Atlantic Hearts sketch. So I usually do 2 sketches a week, and then these other days, they're for whatever you want to do. I just try to give you ideas on things you can make. So subscribe to my email list. There's a link below. Try this. It's so cool. I would love to see cards that you've made. You could post them on my Facebook page, and you know, just give it a whirl. So next week we're going to use the ribbon technique, twisted ribbon technique. So we'll make a card doing that, and then I'll come out with a new calendar. But thanks so much for joining. I hope you have a wonderful Christmas or Hanukkah, whatever you celebrate. Enjoy it. Enjoy time with friends and family, and I will see you next Friday. Have a great week.